Hello, class. Now come and learn Photoshop with me. I'm your lecturer Zolihua. In the future study. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. In the teaching of this course, we call Photoshop PS for short. PS software is very powerful. It can make a lot of graphic works. For example, the software interface, web interface, animation roll, poster. Then the most commonly used function is to edit photos. PS has a slogan, only what you can't think of, nothing it can't do, to show that it is powerful. So today's class will lead you into the world of PS. To learn how PS works, what is the process of PS? What are the functions of PS? PS software has two main functions. The first function is image processing. Is when you have an image you can beautify it. Fusion it functions like this. The second function is drawing. It's like using a blank piece of paper. Draw a picture on it. This is also a function of it. We summarize the functions of PS into these two parts. Today, I will introduce you to the first function of PS. Function of image processing. How does it work? Now let's show it through a case. Let's look at the picture on the left. It is an original picture. On the right is the picture after PS editing. Let's see if it's much more beautiful. This is the network beauty. Now let's switch to the PS software interface. Explain it. This is the PSCC. PSCC version interface. So this is the toolbox. Menu, properties, bar panel. Now let's enlarge this image with this magnifying glass, so that you can see clearly. Now let's start the first step. Select the blur tool first. Skin the image. Because it has a lot of pox and some moles, unclean face, we use this local blur tool to smear on it, so that it can be eliminated. If you think the brush is too small, you can use shortcut keys. Left and right brackets on the keyboard to enlarge or reduce the brush. Press the left bracket to reduce the brush. Press the right brackets to enlarge the brush. In this case, it can speed up the processing. When dealing with smaller places like these, press the left brackets to reduce the brush well. Apply again. These wrinkles can be removed. In this way, the skin can look very smooth. So the first step is to use the blur tool. Smooth facial skin. This is skinning. Step 2, we whiten it. Let this image whiter and brighter. Now open the layers palette. This is the layer panel. Copy a background layer. You can do this by dragging the layer onto the new layer button. It will copy an identical layer. We call it a homologous layer. Then select the above layer. Select layer blending mode. Here, in this drop-down menu, we choose color filter. Color filtering will make the image after the two images are mixed whiter. It looks much whiter now. But this is too white, that is to say the white effect is too much. We can reduce the transparency. For example, it is reduced to 50%. Then its effect is not so obvious, it will appear more natural. Then we merge the two layers. Turn into a layer. Select the arrow in the upper right corner of the layers palette. Select merge down. Now, these two layers be merged. It is more convenient for later operations. This is the second step, whitening. The third step, coloring. To color, we use the brush tool. Select brush to the brush uses the foreground color to draw. Then this color block is the foreground color. Click it to select a color. We choose orange here. Well, after the color is chosen, we can paint it with a brush. When painting you will find that the lips are gone. Be overshadowed by color. So we need a rollback operation. Use a step back, and Ctrl+Alt+C is its shortcut key. Remember this shortcut key. We can't paint directly with a brush. You need to set its mode in the properties bar of the brush first. Let's see if this is very similar to the layer mixing mode just now. Yes, in fact it's the same. Before, we chose color filter. Can whiten. So here we choose the color. Then choose the color. You can keep the lips. The shape of lips. And then apply it. When painting you will find that this color is very thick. Let's go back, Ctrl+Alt+C shortcut key. Let's lower the transparency. Reduce the flow. So in this case when smearing, it's not so thick. If you want it thicker it's okay. It will be thick after a few more smears. Try not to paint it out. Then we have finished the third step, coloring. Next, let's see how to change the expression. This is the fourth step. We can change the expression by using the liquefied filter in the filter menu. In this liquefied panel, it contains the three most commonly used tools. The first is the forward deformation tool. The second is the wrinkle tool. The third is the expansion tool. Now let's enlarge it with the magnifying glass. Make it clear. Press the left bracket to reduce the brush, and then use the forward morph tool. You can pry the lips a little. Keep the lips up. Well, now let's try using the wrinkle tool. You can make this nose smaller. Wrinkle tools are usually used for thinning. Let's press Ctrl+C to step back first. Then use the expansion tool to fatten up and get bigger. Let's press Ctrl+C to step back first. Then use the wrinkle tool. Let's wrinkle it. Alright, click OK. Then this expression has changed. This is the fourth step. So from this example, you can see that Photoshop's image processing function is very powerful. It's also very fun, right? Then let's make a summary. Today's case uses 4 tools. Use blur tool to skin the image. Use color filter tool to whiten the image. Color the image using the brush tool. Use liquefaction tool to change image expression. Through these 4 steps completed the beautification of this image. In this image processing process, we learned several commonly used shortcuts. I hope you can remember zoom in or zoom out the brush. Shortcut keys are left and right brackets. Also, when you do something wrong, to step back, the shortcut key is Ctrl+Alt+C. This is the summary of this lesson. Then there are below here these 4 steps. Specific explanation. You can have a look for yourself. Then give you an assignment today. Please choose a photo you like. Skin, whiten, color and liquefy this photo. See how it works. Well, class. That's all for you today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.